As you see, we were not lying. anypro's about to make his first pylon.
There we go.
There it is. Imagine if games start with that. You had to make your pylon right away. It's like one of these cheap RTS games from these other bad companies. Like, it's like as soon as the game starts, you're attacking your opponent with some hero unit. You're like, okay, this is fun.
OGS, TheWind, and anypro, both actually very well. They're both far away from each other. So
yeah, quite far.
Quite far.
You know, that can be quite good for the Zerg player. You want to be as far away as possible. But realistically, I think the positions I'd like perhaps even more than this was being 6 o'clock as Zerg, so you can scout right away with your OV and expand that gold base away from Protoss. But anypro right now, I like this, you know, making that pylon down there. I believe we're going to see a very fast expansion from him.
Oh, yeah.
And,
definitely.
you know, fast expansion is quickly turning into the best PvZ build. You do fast expansion into a nice warp gate timing, and you have your warp gate units there before the Hydralisk Den is done, is because you fast expanded, Zerg made extra drones, so his tech is just a little bit slower, and it gets really hard to hold, and Protoss just kind of, you know, snowballs out a little bit.
Nexus first. The strategy is made of balls. This is, he's actually not even scouted yet. So, looks almost like he's just peeking.
Pool is almost done right now, so may we see some Zerglings being made right away. Could be trouble.
This could be bad. Pool's done.
You know,
6lings on the way.
I used to say when I was a kid, it's fun getting into trouble, but you know what? It's not, man.
It's not.
If those Zerglings are there before your camera's done, there's nothing fun about that at all.
Yeah, not laughing at all. Now, Forge is almost done. The Lings are moving out. This could be close. Is he going to get these cannons up in time? Every millisecond counts here. But you know what, actually? He could maybe block this with a building.
Yeah, if he
that would be so cool.
If he throws down another building there, he's going to be totally fine.
The probe sees it. Uh-oh. Cannons only halfway done. He's got to get a building up here to block it in time.
There it is.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's
all. That's it.
That's all she wrote about that Zergling
That's
rush.
all she wrote. Or he. Doesn't have no gender bias.
Her, man. Murder, she wrote. All right. And TheWind realizes that he's made 6 Zerglings, and the Nexus is done when his hatchery is not even halfway. And I think that TheWind right now is probably not the happiest camper at the lodge.
This sucks for the Zerg.
Yeah, no.
The Zerg is actually so behind.
It's not a happy place to be in, man.
That's an interesting technique, though. I mean, talk about cutting corners.
Yeah, it's so quick Nexus, and let's look at this unit counting station. Just watch this probe number go up. It's at 20 probes against 17 drones right now. 6 Zerglings, 2 Queens, 3 OVs. And,
partridge in a pear tree.
That's it, man. But that's on the Protoss side. Those partridges do so much splash damage.
Well, TheWind has some catching up to do. His hatchery's only just finished. Meanwhile, this base is
like... cancel that gate. I like that.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty sick.
Pylon up instead. That. It's like, I'm not going to kill my own buildings. I'm going to walk right through there.
That is actually... That's smart.
And, of course, the Zerglings are slow. Why would you get Speedlings at this point? Very nice play there.
So he's getting the layer. He's crawling his way back up here. I really feel like he should take out this rock ASAP.
Oh, absolutely.
And get another expansion up.
Yeah.
Normally the response is when Protoss fast expands, the Zerg should double expand.
Yeah, it's definitely something Zerg can do. You know, there's a few different ways you can do it. Of course, you can rush to tech, but that gets very dangerous. Look at this. Zealots coming out, and Zergling's having to run away. Just kind of prodding with Zealots is great in this position. Going to force him into making either Spine Crawlers or more Zerglings. Maybe even pulling a Queen down to his natural, an additional Queen. And let's see if he is responding correctly. He is making 6 more Zerglings, so there you go. That's 3 less drones. You could literally turn around with the Zealots right now, and it wouldn't be a bad choice.
Yeah, forcing him to make attacking units when he needs to make drones is a great strategy. I think he's overextended himself a little bit here.
Definitely has.
He's going to have to commit to this.
Yeah, you should definitely turn around and run home. Trying to scout with them, though. That's at least pretty decent. See if he can get in a good position.
Yeah. That's too bad, though. He kind of overcommitted there. He's not like most men out there. He's not afraid of commitment. So the Zealot taken out. Let's see here. We got +1 attack over here. Meanwhile, in the main,
Nidus Network and Roach. Excellent.
All right. So he's moving this Overlord into position here. Now, he's going to get vision.
This is risky,
of this area.
A lot of fast expanding Protosses put a patrolling Zealot on the side of their base to stop this very thing. And
this is like something he cannot really recover from too.
Yeah. We even spoke. I spoke to Hung and Prime the other day after his match, and he said that a lot of Prime Zergs like Nidus. So this is something anypro may be very well equipped to deal with.
Let's see here. He's getting gateways up, but we don't have a lot of attacking units.
We're Nidus Network at the bottom of his base. Here come probes. There they are. Roach is popping out. Only probes in here. Awesome by TheWind.
And he's continuing to unload
Queen.
The Queen's in here. What are you doing here?
Wants to heal the Nidus maybe. Or
yeah, you could even transfusion the Nidus. That would be so smart. He lays a creep tumor here so that his units can get up there more quickly. He should go for the Nexus.
I love it. It's so a risky move here by the Wind player. But he is going to take down this Nexus. And then if he runs home, techs up the Hydra, goes Hydra Roachling, he's going to be in a ridiculously good spot.
If he gets this pylon, all the gateways are now unpowered. If he gets this pylon, this game could just end.
Yeah,
that would just be GG.
That's quite true. You know, a lot of stalkers popping out, but not enough to deal with this many roaches right now, especially with more lings coming out.
And you can see, anypro Prime knows that if he does manage to get to the pylon back here, it's going to be over, so he makes another one. He's using the small army he has here to keep these roaches at the ramp.
That's right, he's got Zergling speed and roach speed being upgraded right now.
Oh my god. He did trap these roaches, but it's not really worth it because now they can freely destroy these structures over here. He did get power up over here.
Oh, that was a good move by anypro. He needs to get a lot of stalkers out and out micro here. That's going to be his one real chance to try to come back. Oh, Zealots being produced to stop Zerglings. And if he can stop this man, what a master of crisis management.
Yeah, no kidding. You know, we were so focused over here, I didn't even realize he snuck a probe down here and was sort of warping in pylons. He's got to get to this Nidus worm here. Actually, these guys are like, I'm getting out of here.
Overlord not going to make it, though.
Overlord's like trying to like land into the Nidus worm.
It's like the fat kid you trip when you're running from wolves.
Wow. So he's got to get the Nexus back. I thought the game was over. I actually thought it was about to end.
I thought he would just leave right away. And
I heard the sound effect.
It may be on the ledge.
Oh, it's on the ledge.
But they only have 3 range. That's going to be like so hard to kill. Those are roaches,
That's actually not the most effective move.
No. Send a drone through and make a spine. That's good. But that one roach is like tickling that.
These other guys are just chilling.
They're like watching that roach. They're like, yeah, get that roach.
Get him.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah, I can get him too. All right.
Cool.
Roaches, not the most range in the world there.
No, man. They're pretty low range.
It's kind of anticlimactic. All right, he's going to make spine crawlers now.
Ah, a Hydra as well. Hydra striking fear into the Gateway's heart.
Well, this will at least do some damage, and this could give him the opportunity to sneak a spine crawler in here. You can see he does have Zealots and units everywhere to just spot for the Nidus worm.
But there's a lot of creep in his space as well.
There's a lot. You should. Hopefully, you can get an observer soon.
He's like the child of the Zelnaga, man. Creep in his base, but Protoss buildings? What is that?
It's crazy.
Protoss units go faster on creep now. It's like, what?
All right, we got Zealots moving out here. He wants to see if he can spot a hatchery or anything, since chances are that most of the Zerg's units are next to a Nidus worm.
Yeah, you know, just harass how much you can, and that one Hydra is actually busting phase. It's so nice.
His mouth is going to be pretty dry after this. That's a lot of spit.
You know what I think we might see is just a timing attack, but another Nidus going
I heard the natty sound effect. It's on the island.
I love that play. I love it, love it, love it. And the Observer is out. And here we go. Looks like he wants to clear this out.
Well, this is going to nullify any advantage that the Zerg had.
The one Hydra comes out to do what he will.
And he's actually in range of the Nidus worm. And he made the Nidus worm 2 hexes back. And the Nidus worm was easily the best death scene in the game.
Oh, I like it,
That's
man.
the most epic death scene.
It's like kind of sad. It's like watching the last dragon die.
It is.
Or the last dinosaur, because they were real.
Twilight Council. Now the Observer got rid of this, but is he going to go this location over here? Nice. At least he can get rid of this Observer. So this hidden expansion remains unknown.
You know, right now I like what anypro is doing though. He's focusing on upgrades and what? How did that sneak in there? But it does. Hydra's popping out, and this could be it, man. That's a lot of Hydras. Wow, that's a lot of Hydras.
Oh, and he's gonna get the Robo here. That's huge. Meanwhile, Stalker's Guardian Shield is up. He is committed to using these. He's got to keep the Hydras on creep over here. Nice
Force Fields.
Wow.
Wanting his Zealots to get back up there and just pick off what he can. He does have very good upgrades at 1-1, while our Zerg player has none. But TheWind, man, these Hydras, such a good move. Looks like the good micro and upgrades of these Stalkers, though, may be able to clean this up.
Yeah, he needs to regroup these Hydras. Hydras deal damage so quickly, but they also die so quickly. He needs Lings or Roaches here to support these Hydras.
Warping in some more Zealots there. And Zerglings coming out. This cannot be what anypro wants to see here. Very few units left, though, for Zerg. Good overall harassment with the Niduses. Nothing game-breaking right this second, but pretty awesome play, I gotta tell you.
And again, the epic death scene of the Nidus Worm. Hope we get to see more of them killed in this game.
Oh, I am sure we will, Tasteless.
This guy is not giving up with the Nidus Worms. I heard the sound effect again. Where is it? Here it is now this time.
When Zergling's on the cliff.
Okay. Why? Zerglings? Okay, puts it back.
They go back in. He's like, oh, that's not.
Hey, wait a minute. These guys should not be here.
There we go. Hydras, and I love the Overseer that's going to stop any observer from spotting what's going on.
And I feel like this is actually really just a decoy, so he can once again throw up another Nidus Worm, which I'll probably just barely find in time.
Yeah,
can't mine from these patches.
Really nothing these Stalkers can do. Even a counterattack might be a decent idea right now. And, you know, the island in the top left has really no drones mining at it yet. Just starting. And, well, you know, his economy obviously better than anypro's at this point, but still, anypro not as far behind as you would be led to believe by.
Yeah, he does sort of have a probe shortage here. Looks like he has just the right amount on minerals.
But if we take a look at the resource tab, well, anypro getting a little bit low on those resources, it seems.
All right, it's been a little bit of a passive moment here. He took out this stuff, and he's actually moved out of this region. Now, do we have any more Nidus Worming?
You know, nope, not yet. But on the income tab, as we see, it's not that much more income, really. And look at this, taking out the Nidus. He's got to get out of there, though. A lot of Hydras up on the cliff. And smartly gets away. But again, TheWind not with a much huger economy.
Yeah,
than anypro has.
Well, actually, to be honest, if this goal expansion gets up,
yeah, his economy will actually go past what TheWind has.
Okay, once again, the Nidus Worm gets up here, so he's going to continue to hold this position.
Nice micro here with these Stalkers.
As you can see, many spine crawlers.
I really love that. If you're playing around with Nidus a lot, you're really spending a ton of your resources on that. Use your extra minerals wisely in such a way that you can't really be counterattacked while you're, you know, fooling around on the map with Nidus.
And he's actually evacuating all these probes out of here. He's going to go ahead and send them to the gold base.
Very good call. You know, with all this, you know, cliff jumping and everything, he's not going to walk across the center of the map to go ahead and attack this face front on. But
do you know, can a Hydra reach?
I believe a Hydra can reach the edge patches there. I know that. Siege Tank obviously can, but
Siege Tank.
That's happened to me. But in ZVZs, I don't know if I've had anyone do that.
I'm curious, because if he spots this, it's going to be interesting. Now, when the Colossus get out, this is going to be very scary.
And also, he's doing really well with his upgrades right now, but we do hear another Nidus Worm as well.
Oh, it's over here.
The other island. You know, that's just so great, man. Actually taking the time to take an island is so strong. Once you have those islands up, they're so hard to attack. Not a lot of people use. Oh, look at this!
Oh man, he almost got a base prism over there. A warp prism, excuse me. And he could have actually warped in, excuse me, some units, but it didn't quite happen.
Yeah, it's and those have very low health, so it's going to be hard for him to actually take down one of these islands. And
this is an interesting game. He's got Mutas out, though.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Now, you know what this style is like? This is actually very similar to an old school Zerg vs. Protoss style that was used on Lost Temple. Zerg turtled off these bases and used drop, takes the islands and controls the game with mutas, and by dropping the Protoss.
Yeah.
That's what we're seeing here, and that's why the Wind is doing this so effectively. This is very similar to a style we've already seen.
And attacking in these stalkers. Now, the only thing is, really good upgrades for anypro right now. He's got 1-1 and Blink, hitting those mutas quite hard. But he does not want to lose that Colossus that just popped out. That would be really, really bad.
And wow, he actually took a ton of damage on those mutas.
You know, just the upgrades are so great, and he's still pushing through more upgrades. So that's the only thing I'm scared about here with the Wind. Another Nidus getting Hydras in there. Ooh, I don't even know, man. He does have a Colossus, so maybe.
He's going to take out the Gas Catch, the Colossus, Zealots, Sentry, and a few Stalkers on the way up here.
He's got to use that Colossus perfectly if he wants to hold this off.
Muta's attacking over here. Yeah, he has to use his Colossus perfectly. It actually looks like he's going to force him to retreat. However, he will maybe get this Nexus, maybe. Yeah,
I don't think anypro even care. Does he know that he has a gold? I guess not.
Yeah, I feel like the Wind actually thinks his opponent is much more behind than he actually is. Because it almost looks like the Wind is trying to finish him off when he has not actually spotted this.
And in fact, let's take a look at that income tab. Actually, it's not as... Again, the Wind not as far ahead as you would think, and losing some mutas here.
Now, if we take a look at the vision, he does know of the expansion. I almost forgot we could do that for a second. So, he's just decided he's not going to engage this expansion. Instead, he's going to focus all of his energy on carving out this area in the main. And we got the Protoss, for the first time moving out. He's been defending the whole time.
Good timing on the counterattack, I think. You know, he just took out those mutas. He defended all these attacks. He thinks, wow, I'm actually starting to fall behind at this point quite a bit. I need to do something. Here he goes. Too many spine crawlers, though. But he's going to want to blink up.
He's going to blink into the main. The Colossus gives him vision
up there. Some of them do not blink up. He's got to be careful about that. And here come the Hydras. Got to keep this Colossus alive. Colossus taking a ton of damage. And now it's just Stalker versus Hydra. Look at this. Very good micro. Very good upgrades. But Roach is popping out. Don't think so, anypro. Looks like the Wind is going to be able to tie it up.
The Wind really doing a great job there, using these expansions quite well on the islands. Now, with our Protoss player, he actually doesn't even know that this expansion exists.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, excuse me, he knows it exists. He doesn't know that it's occupied by OGS the Wind.
It's like a hidden expand on the map.
It's like a secret. You have to, like, unlock it and stuff. All right.
Ooh, well, he might be able to hold off this attack. Well, there's a lot of Roaches there, though. Smart move here by the Wind, running back. He does have a lot of Corruptors as well, by the way. So those would be able to take out the Colossus very, very fast. anypro, taking that Nexus up at 12, very good move. He's got to do that. You know, it's just so important to get another base up right now. He's just falling so far behind.
And he has moved the Spine Crawlers out, so he's going to be able to actually cover this whole area, get the gold expansion. Protoss is not looking good. He's never managed to have enough Colossuses. Colossuses. Oh, we got Changelings in here. Spying on what he's got. And this expansion.
Oh my
God, he got Broodlords.
What's up, Broodlords?
Oh, Broodlords are just so good. But he's blinking right under him.
And Stalkers do a ton of damage to Broodlords. And this is a huge investment for the Wind. It is doing a lot of damage, but being taken out for much less money than it costed. But look at this, nice Nidus as well. The Stalkers are kind of trapped up here for now. And I think that this army, the Wind, definitely should be able to take down.
Yeah, the Wind is going to chase him out. And actually, he's reinforcing this. You know, if the Broodlings were with, or Broodlords, excuse me,
were with that army, it's a total rout. Complete and utter destroying of that expansion and the units of anypro. So definitely a blunder there by the Wind, but he is pulling out all the stops. Every little Zerg trick in the book he is using to his advantage right now. So I don't even know if that's going to matter.
Takes out the Changelings. And if he takes out 3 more, I think he unlocks an achievement. Because I believe there's an achievement if you kill 5 chainlings in a game.
Secret Island number 3. It's in the top right of the boss temple.
That's right. Now, he is looking pretty tough, TheWind, but we've had some ineffective attacks.
Yeah, he's got to be careful with his army. He's trying to catch up right now in supply, and it's only 125 to 182. So, you know, he's kind of far behind in that way.
Guardian Shield moving out. And I got to say, this turned out to be a pretty epic game.
Yeah, no, anypro is a survivor, man.
Yeah, no kidding. Now, he does have 3 Colossuses, actually. The Spinecrawlers are not quite in a good position. He's moving himself down here. Now, Broodlords are out, and they're with a ground army.
Yeah, that's scary, scary, scary for Protoss. Colossi, of course, take out the Broodlings very, very fast, but it wastes shots because they're sitting there at just 1 range. You know, I don't know. It seems like TheWind is just going to steamroll him over pretty soon here. Those islands are just coming to his advantage. He's got the gold base up. He's got the Broodlord tech out. He's got upgrades going even. What is he going to be able to do?
Looks like he is going to move forward. You know, with the Broodlords and all these other units. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not the cleanest attack here from our Zerg, but it looks like he may just outnumber. No, there's just too many units. Even though the Broodlords are going to go down, the Roaches and the Hydras will clean up the rest of this.
anypro, you know, he lost this game, but he should be proud of himself. He played really, really well.
Yeah.
Many lesser Protosses would have fallen like 10 times over, and he's still sitting here with almost a maxed army, fighting his best against just about everything a Zerg can think of.
Well, he did manage to drive his opponent away. He is going to get this expansion, all these probes. This is a ton of probes to lose.
Yeah, yeah, and at this point, just the gold base.
Oh, no. Oh, this is a complete massacre.
Yeah, probes stand no chance against the Zerg army. This is StarCraft 1. And flanking with the Nidus on those probes. GG. 1-1.
1-1.
Awesome. Awesome.
Very impressive.
That means one of us is going to be right.
That's right.
It's 2-1 any prime. You were 2-1 the win.
That's right.
Uh-oh. That dollar is not as secure as it did before.
That dollar could be mine. How am I going to spend that dollar? Might buy some gum. Might buy a bottle of water.
Might buy kimbap north of the river.
Might buy kimbap. Yep. Not a fancy kimbap because that costs more. TheWind. Some really high-level Zerg play. I was impressed with the tactics he was using back there.
Yeah, I mean, he did everything in the Zerg arsenal just about. You know, we saw almost every unit. You know, just the only units, of course, we didn't see was the Ultra and Infestor.
Yeah.
Did everything else. You know, Nidus Worms, switching to Mutas, going to Corruptors, going to Broodlords, more and more Nidus Worms, taking the islands.
Yeah.
Just sunken in cliffs. There was just everything that you can think of. He tried it all. He did it all. And even though some big blunders, especially losing those Broodlords, you know, that big pack of Broodlords, I was like, oh, wait, can any pro really come back? Is this happening?
Well, Broodlords are so expensive.
They are ridiculous, man. You have to buy the Corruptor and then the Broodlord, which is even more expensive.
That's right.
It's a sick unit. And it's so powerful. But, you know, he comes through in the end, 1-1. That was actually a really exciting, really
That was really impressive. I think if the Protoss had spotted the island expansion at the top left, it would have been a different outcome. Because
if he had stopped either island, I feel like the game was definitely his.
So, you know, scouting, of course, something that's very important. We saw Hydra lose his game. My teammate, my little nerd.
It's my nerd taste, so you back off.
It's my nerd, man. And he lost because he didn't scout an expansion as well. Looks like the countdown has started, and we're going to get onto this game any second now.